Welcome to the 87th episode of the Super Parent Syndrome, and I am your host, Dr. Nick Fanning. We're going to be talking about overwhelm and getting it all done. So I hope you sit back, I hope you relax, get rid of all distractions, so let's get started.
Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving, and while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
What do you mean overwhelm? I can't be the only one here. So what I'm talking about is this, folks, is that being a parent, being a business owner, being a coach, having, this and being pulled in that way, and you have parents and you have a garden, you have all this stuff going on, and how are you expected to get it all done? Now, especially with the summer, because now you got kids to entertain, or get them to certain places, or get them to new places, swimming lessons, vacation Bible schools, getting them off to golfing lessons and swimming lessons, and getting them to their friend's house so they can have a play date because they're going crazy doing whatever they are doing under your watchful thumb. So here's the thing, our schedules are completely disrupted right now and having to be reframed and redone. And this is causing just a little bit of craziness in my house, especially not the fact that we are actually purchasing our very first home. And it's one of those things that it's like, gosh, I have 4 kids. My wife is pregnant with her 5th. I'm buying a new home. I have these other kids that just need to be busy and to be expanding still and, still read to and make sure that they're reading and make sure that they're doing math and, keeping their minds sharp, maybe just 15 minutes. But at the same time, juggling that between T-ball and all this other stuff, I'm going a little crazy. And so here's the thing. We have this stuff that is going to be continually being pulled off. Now, here's the thing. We're all busy, and we have a default setting. And for some people, it's always like, man, I've just been really busy lately. No, I'm sorry, but that's probably your regular busy. It's just that we just are brought up in our minds like something new comes up or something different shifted. And so our busyness at one level is shifted to a business at basically the same level, but it's just different stuff, which is good because if we have the same problems over and over again, we're not growing and expanding. We should be constantly shifting our old problems for new problems. But I digress. What I mean by this, it is now more important than ever for you to have the rituals or rhythms or just your habits that you do to make sure that you stay in power, that you have the go and the energy that you need, okay? Because here's the thing. Things are always going to pop up, okay? It could be a sick parent. It could be a sick kid. It could be a kid going to the emergency room. It could be all sorts of things. But here's the thing that's not going to change. Who you are and your ability to react or deal with those pressures or problems is directly correlated to what you've done to prep yourself for those things. Meaning this, there are certain things that we know that we should be doing every single day. Working out, eating well, getting a proper amount of sleep, meditation, supplements, and making sure that we have self-care during the course of the day. What I want you to really think about is even during those crazy days, what have you done to prep yourself for any kind of potential things going wrong? I can tell you this, that on days where I've had to take my wife to the emergency room, I was really grateful I had already worked out for that day, that I've already had a couple really good meals under my belt, that I had meditated, so that I could have been strong and I could have been the man that she needed when she was going through her crisis. Okay, same thing at work. If something all of a sudden, just the other day I had a client come in really, really super unhappy about work that had been done clear back in November. And she was just angry about her bill and how things had gone and, that I'd referred her out and all this other stuff had happened. And now if I had not been in a place of power, meaning I had already worked out, already meditated, already looked at my goals, already started some of those great habits for the day, I don't know if I would have reacted the way I had. In fact, I stood my ground. I talked with her. I was able to express my frustrations as well. So that way I wouldn't hold that frustration in and take it out on my family later. Okay, now that's a very important point, is that we have these stressors and they are going to come out of our body one way or another. It could be in the form of prayer or meditation, or it could be in the form of screaming at your kids for them to go to bed. What would you choose? Okay, it could be in the form of working out or punching a punching bag, or it could be the fact that you give your wife the cold shoulder and play on your phone all night or drink too much. Okay, so here's the thing. I want you to start choosing to have those rituals, to have those things in your life that you want, so that way you can handle some of that crap a lot easier. Okay, I might be talking to, I know one lady who just had her office flood. And if she hadn't been, under control and working and doing the work and getting the stuff done, that could have been massively, tenfold the disaster it could have been, especially emotionally, because that's draining, especially when you're having a brand new business. So props to you today. So folks, it doesn't end there. And so I want you to consider this, is what can you do to start your day every day a little bit in power? For me, the way I can start my day in power is making sure that I get a few things done before my kids wake up. Because if I sleep in and my kids wake up first, it is absolute mass chaos. They have the power. They're already probably fighting. One has probably pooped the bed. I don't know what's going to happen because, again, when you have kids 8 and younger, you never know what's going to come up. Okay, so here's the thing. The way I start in power is I make sure I get up before them. I get my body ready. I get my mind ready. And therefore, then I'm in power when they wake up. And everybody has a much better day when dad does that. So what's it going to take for you to have that power before there's a problem? This is Dr. Nick Fanning, signing off.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.